Next speaker is Rebecca Kimball from the University of Florida.
Thanks. I'm basically interested, like many of you probably are, in understanding sort of how and why we have such a diversity of organisms around us. And I began this really interested in behavior and sexual selection, and that's what my early research was on. But I quickly became interested in also thinking about this in a more macroevolutionary approach. When I began doing that, there really weren't very good phylogenies to allow you to put that kind of information into such a macroevolutionary approach. So I've ended up doing a lot of my research on basic phylogenetics, including phylogenies of nearly all birds, and this is the closest I've come to studying manakins specifically. There are a few buried into that little subocciput there. And as we get good phylogeny, using these then to test hypotheses about evolution of traits, various behaviors, factors that might drive differences among organisms. I'm also interested in sort of the proximate mechanisms that define differences among organisms. One of the ways we're actually looking at that now is with differences in olfactory behaviors. And so we've been looking at the olfactory subgenome of various vultures and hawks and trying to understand the evolutionary patterns driving that. We've got now tissues for doing RNA-seq work for that. I have a graduate student who's a physiology background. She's doing neurophysiology work on different species as well. In addition to sort of working across species in a comparative framework, we also do some work in the lab that looks within species, doing things such as conservation genetics and population genetics, and sometimes even differences in behaviors among populations, such as differences between rural and urban populations in their behaviors. And that sums it up, and I'll quit there and leave a minute for someone else.